And can you introduce yourself, sir?
Yes, my name is Dr. Anthony Rocco. I have my doctorate degree in public health. I'm a licensed chemical dependency counselor. I have been working with this group for over 2 decades now. Currently, I'm also in school again. I don't know why I keep going back to school.
Addicted to going to school.
Getting a second master in clinical mental health. Basically, it's about co-occurring disorder, substance abuse, and mental health all together. And that's just me. That's what I do.
Okay.
And my name is Dr. Darren Garner, and I am I have a PhD actually in criminology, and I have a master's in social work. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, just kind of like some of the license that they kind of talked about. And I supervise social workers as well. I'm also a college professor. I'm associate professor of social work at Prairie View A&M University, where I teach, the practical classes, kids getting the MSWs. And that's really my passion is teaching, right? And I do run a practice.
That's what you call camera, just so you know.
Okay.
No, that's a camera too, but that's
right.
our live.
So I do run a practice, small practice, where I kind of mostly work with men, mostly African American men. And one of my specialties is cognitive behavioral and mixing in some reality therapy with that cognitive behavioral. That's where I'm kind of at. And also more of the, I kind of hate to use the word empowerment, but more of invokement, evoking the strengths of within me and, or within my clients, as opposed to saying I'm a therapist and I'm empowering them. I kind of like the word evokement. So doing some of that type therapy as well. Men dealing with, anger issues and different issues like that. So,
can you tell us a little bit more about that invokement?
Just, but like invokement is like, more, if you kind of look at it, it's a European, in terms of European principles, they use words like empowerment. That means as therapists, we give them power. Right. But African Center, it's more of, it's already in you.
Right.
And as therapists, we got to evoke that out of you. Okay. It's not like we giving you power. Right. We're just evoking what's already in you. Right. The
answers is in you and the power's in you. We just
evoke it. We not empowering.
It's kind of like waking it up.
Yeah, waking it up. There you go.
Waking up that power.
Waking up that power inside you, and you start to see, how you make changes and make differences within yourself, right?
Okay. Yeah. Well, what made you choose that form of the form of counseling, the reality?
Just because I think I like reality therapy because reality therapy kind of it make you face reality, right? What I mean? You kind of and as therapists, I like reality therapy because therapists kind of tend to be more, and it is more of a feminine type profession, caring, nurturing, and we kind of forget the challenging, confrontational side that therapists need to do sometimes. We gotta be, we can't be nice and, we start to do it we do it for dollars sometimes, but I think we do it in terms of we gotta do something, we go challenge. We want you to be better. So we go confront, go challenge you sometimes as well, you know what I mean? So that's what reality is. Right. It's not saying we don't neglect the trauma, we got empathy, but sometimes we gotta challenge you and confront you as well, confront people as well if we go make changes in people.
Right.
And confrontation is one of the skills in counseling, where you have to confront clients about the issue. I also, just to follow up on what you said, you're talking about reality therapy. From my experience, reality therapy is really used in criminal because they have to face reality. And so just letting them know. Look,
other people too, though. Go ahead.
You know what I mean?
Especially some of the time, the women today accept reality that this dude you chose. Like one of the sisters is, he ain't never had a job, he ain't gonna get one. I'm just saying, let's get in reality.
It sounds like a kind of blunt
Because they just criminals. People out here, you gotta get to reality.
And I think, we done something we kind of soften it up and we let people, and people make the same moment decision when you soften it up and you don't get to reality. You don't confront sometimes. You gotta be, and it's like, hey, they pay us to do what they want to do, and sometimes like we get in the habit of, I need you to like me, especially people who are out there for the money, right? I need you to like me, so I need to be. And then if I do confront you, and I know this gonna make you better, you may run. You'll choose another therapist, So
you don't really want to change. I like Dr. Rocco talked a lot about that, and that's something that I had got from him, and I've been using it more, and I know it, but. Is it working for you?
Yeah, is it work? Reality.
Yeah, is it working for you?
Reality,
is what you're doing working for you?
Correct.
Start with that and continue to even push back with that. Like, okay, you can fight against what I'm saying, but that's fine. But is it working for you?
Correct. And that's how you challenge, people when they say they come to therapy. Is I've been doing this for years, this, and if you've been doing it for years and you still have issues with it, then there's something there that you need to look at. That's where the cognitive, getting stuck in our way of thinking can, believe, and it's just our core belief system. That, with cognitive therapy, that's why I like cognitive therapy, challenging the core beliefs that we have about ourselves, about others, and about the world. Because whatever we believe about ourselves, we can also kind of project that to others also, because we cannot trust. If we cannot trust ourselves, why should I trust you?
Correct.
If I can trust me, why should I trust you? You know what I'm saying? And why should I trust the whole, the world or the system that I find myself struggling with?
Right.
So in therapy, for me, is like you mentioned, it's empathy is understanding where the client is. It's not that, but I feel sorry for you. It's just that I understand how you got here and I empathize with you. And for me, I move forward to that, saying, okay, we're talking about that. I get it. I get the issue. What is the solution? Because I use solution-focused therapy. Okay, what is the solution now? And let's move forward towards the solution.
Right. Let's take the first baby step. That's my whole thing with a lot of people is just let's just take one small step towards it. Let's not stay here if this is not working.
Yeah.
Even if you can't figure out what to do, let's figure out something to do different than what you've been doing. Sometimes that might be a good thing or a bad one, but let's do something now. Don't keep doing the same thing that's not working. Correct. So I was going to say, what's the purpose of counseling? Our topic today is actually our relationship with negative coping skills. But I just want to go with you. What do you think the purpose of counseling for is?
Man, I think I start off counseling with, hey, it's a profession that kind of deals with, a lot of times, like he mentioned, thinking, feelings, and emotions, right?
Okay.
It's a professional skill that we have to help you deal with your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions, right? You know what I mean?
See my wheel back up.
Right. You know what I mean? Like medical kind of deal with more biology. We deal more of the psychological thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and helping you navigate your thoughts, feelings, and emotions when you're struggling, in which all of us struggle with that sometimes.
Okay. So with that topic, the topic being today, negative, people's relationship with negative coping skills. Y'all just give me your thoughts about that. People's relationship with negative coping skills.
So, I think people's relationship with negative coping skill, it comes, and you'll notice, like I mentioned, in terms of that thought process, it's just kind of been that person's way of thinking that comes from development sometimes. Okay. How you develop, that life development, those important years, 3 and 5 and 7, when you kind of matriculate in terms of your development and the skills you learn from your unique environment at that time. That's how you learn to cope, whether good or bad, right? You learn to cope, you start to pick up on those skills and, in terms of like trying to, and just how you navigate, some people may give you great coping skills. Some people may not, and again, and I think it's a skill we have to learn in terms of you struggle with coping skills. A lot of times you'll see that through development and trauma that's kind of happened in your life.
Okay, you'll see it throughout the lifespan.